What is up, guys? I wanted to go ride my bike, right? I got all suited up, everything, closed the garage. I was like, yep, tried to turn it on. Dead battery. I haven't ridden it like in 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, because it was raining and it was really cold. I used to turn it on like every other day, but I just forgot. And yeah, so I was just gonna take this time to tell you guys about lowering your bike. So that's one thing. You could lower your bike. You should lower your bike if you're short like me. I'm 5'10". Stock height of this R6 was pretty high for me. I would, both feet would like barely tip. I need to tie my shoe, but barely tippy toe. Now I flat foot one foot and then like that the other foot. So stop signs are more comfortable. I really love it. And the only thing is you can't corner as much in the track. But street you could go as low as you want, whatever. But like cornering, just by a little bit, like instead of going like that, you go like that. But you're never gonna want to go that sideways. So there's no cons. Only you do need to get a aftermarket kickstand. I didn't get one, even though I knew when my bike was down, the bike was literally straight like that. Where one little push would push it over. I knew it was gonna fall. One day, I pushed it out of the garage, left it here, turned it on, and I went to open the gate, right? I hear like, turn around. In slow motion, I see Jasmine tip over. Boom, hit it. The vibrations shaking it. Then since the kickstand was straight up, just clicked back and dropped the bike. I didn't have the cage. I had frame sliders. So only damage was like this little scuff there and this clear coat right here. That's it though. I got the kickstand like 45 to 50 bucks eBay. I had it in my watch list, so I knew that was happening. I just didn't buy it. I don't know why. I got lazy or something. That I waited and it fell, so I learned. So you will have to get aftermarket kickstand. I lowered it 2 inches. That's the lowest the people recommend going before you have to suffer your ride quality. So yeah, like I said, con is only in the track. You can't lean as much. Pro, center gravity is lower, and so less power wheelies. You could, if you still want to, you could do a power wheelie, but less like accidental whiskey throttle power wheelies. And just the stance of it, less gap right here between the forks, and it's already an aggressive looking bike. And just look at it. It looks nice, and you could tell it's lowered. If I park next to a stock R6, the other one is pretty freaking tall. So you could lower your bike, and if I recommend you buy a bike from a dealer. This one was used when I bought it, so a dealer would do it. Just tell them, like, if they're gonna refinance, tell them, hey, can you order the lowering part, the lowering part? Sorry, I'm really sick. And lower it, and they're like, yeah, it'll add like $200 or $300 to your finance bill. I was like, yeah, who cares? My monthly only went up like $1 or $2, but I got it lowered, and the stop signs way more comfortable. No cramps when I swing my leg over. No cramps when I'm riding. So I think if you're like 5'10" or shorter, you should lower your bike only 2 inches, but it helps. It's nice. And for new bikers, so if you're new and you think, oh, this bike's too tall, you could lower it. So don't settle for another bike you don't want if the bike you want is too tall. Lower it. And all right, you want an R6 as your first bike. I think it is the best 600 for your first bike. Why? The power band is like 10 grand and higher. So as long as you're under those revs, you won't risky throttle. The power is not too intense. So as long as you got self-control, you could ride R6. It was my first bike. I haven't killed myself. I do drive retarded sometimes. You can see in my other videos. Sometimes it's just relieving stress, going triple digits. It's just fun, stress relieving. So let's say you want an R6 as your first bike, and you're 5'10" or shorter. Lower it, and I recommend getting this cage, maybe frame sliders, but this was only $240. and it's a race rails from Impact Tech. You got like 905 and other ones, but Impact Tech's my favorite. Because when you're a beginner, most crashes happen either standing still and you lose the, like the bike's too heavy, you just subtly drop it, or when you're learning, you're going around little certain corners, really slow corners, and the gravel, and you low slide. So this will completely protect your bike. Like, your bike will still be pristine and it'll look nicer. I like the cage. I think it gives them more aggressive look. I was gonna get the cage lime green, but I settled with the same color as the bike. And yeah, get a R6, power bands all the way in the top, so you're good. Get the cage, you won't drop it, you won't like cause big damage to it, and you're good. That's a good starter bike. So this video was just to tell you guys you could lower it. It's not that expensive, because a lot of people don't know you can lower it. And when you go to a dealership, like I said, a lot of people don't know this, but if you go to a dealership and you want to get a bike and you have no gear, like I would recommend going somewhere big like Chaparral, because they have jackets, helmets, they have everything. I bought this at John Burris. They have a little store with a jacket and stuff, which is cool, but not a big variety. So if I recommend getting a new bike, go to Chaparral or something big like that, telling them to lower it, add it to your price, get a helmet, a jacket, maybe some boots, a GoPro, and a Sena, which is which plays music, and there's speakers in your helmet. So two things a lot of people don't know you can do on your bike is lower it, and they say like, I don't want to sacrifice music, but when you get this, it's Bluetooth to your phone, so you can listen to music, and there's speakers in your helmet, which is better than most car systems. Like, it bumps and it's pretty loud. Hopefully it's charged. Hold on.
Hello.
Alright, I don't know if you guys heard that, but it said hello, and then just go down. My phone's about to die. Go to Sena 20S. Yes. It connected. You heard the beep, and I'll put some music on. It bumps pretty loud, but if you have like a straight pipe, no cat, you won't be able to hear it. Let me see a good song. I like the song called Karma. There we go, by Mike and Mick Torres. Let's see the volume though. I don't know if you guys could hear it. This is how I ride. I love music, and I just cruise around on my bike. So hopefully you guys could hear it, but I love the song. I'll turn it off just in case copyright laws, But yeah, go to a dealership and just add as much stuff you can. Yeah, your monthly will go up by like 20 or 50 bucks depending on how much shit you get, but get a helmet. Don't cheap out on your gear, guys, please. That's saving your life. A cheap helmet could fuck you up. Get a good helmet, get a good jacket. Don't get a cheap jacket, get like one with elbow pads, spine, like this is mid-range, because it wasn't cheap, but I mean, it wasn't the expensive one. But look, you got armor here. Yeah, drop it. And you have like padding here. This is a cheap jacket. This is just like textile, like a little cushion, but no armor. So I recommend this. Got like armor padding, and I bought this Icon. I like it. It's a vest. Looks like a bulletproof vest. It's leather. I got this when it's hot, because I don't really want to wear a full jacket when it's hot. I wear a vest, and I like it. You could take it's got padding for your spine. That's a good thing. You could take it off if it's too heavy, but yeah. See, don't cheap out on your gear. Yeah, your monthly payments will be $20 or 50 bucks more, but get yourself a good helmet, good jacket. I recommend always riding with the GoPro. Like, not to motovlog or anything, just record when you're driving, and then stop when you stop, and then nothing happens, delete the footage. But just in case someone cuts you off, you brake and then crash and slide, they weren't involved in the fight, in the crash, so they could drive off and it won't be a hit and run, but they're liable for it. So if you have your GoPro, you could catch them, show your insurance, because a lot of times when you ride a bike and there's a crash involving you, sorry, it's your fault. Either they're like, oh, you're the only car or bike involved, you're probably stunting, you slammed on the brakes, you crashed, probably doing a wheelie or something, so it's always your fault. Wear a GoPro, guys, please. Maybe you could catch some funny stuff and put it on YouTube, or some crash, or you know, just help people out. Like if they see someone crash and run, you could probably got the license plate or something. Always ride with the GoPro, please. And Sena, if you want to ride with music, buy Sena. It's not cheap. The GoPro's not cheap either, but they make your riding time way more enjoyable. So helmet, GoPro, jacket, Sena. Boots. I haven't bought motorcycle boots. I wear high top shoes. I like Supra myself, but that's self preference. But riding boots cost like $120. I don't think I ride much, that much enough to get riding boots. But yeah, you could get some riding shoes look dope too. They're like mid tops. They look nicer than some Jordans. And you can get some pants too, rain gear, gloves. Please get gloves with carbon fiber. Well, no, just knuckle protection. Right now, I think they're on my bike. They're somewhere. Oh, there's the ones I have now because they were cheap. They do have some protection, but this is just for close riding. I recommend something like this. It's got carbon fiber. I don't know if you can hear it. And that's not to punch side view mirrors. Even though you can, if someone cuts you off, you're like, why you have a side view mirror? You don't use it, and then boom, break that shit. But no, I'm just playing. Don't do that. I'm not liable if you guys do that, right? This is because when you're on your bike, right? What's the thing up front? Yeah, it's your headlights, and it's your hands, because you're like this. So this is all the rock chips, because I don't know if you guys know this, but tires on cars throw a lot of gravel, rocks, and debris at you, and your hands are pretty low, and they're up in the front, so rocks and everything would just straight nail your hands and your knuckles. And I say get something with leather here, because if you do fall, what do you stop your fall with? Your hand. So you're falling, you go like that, your hand's okay because there's leather. This one I already ripped, but if you don't have gloves and you fall, boom, fucking straight like cheese grade, your whole hand to the bone. So please get gloves, guys. Don't ride without gloves. That's really dangerous and dumb. So just at least get a helmet, gloves, and a jacket as a little starter kit. You could get, I really get the GoPro, because you might crash when you're new, but the Sena could wait. You could wear earbuds or whatever you want, but the Sena really helps because you can answer phone calls and everything. But I'm pretty sure your earphones and earpods could do that already. But just the quality of the Sena is way better, guys, so I do recommend it. But if you can't afford it, you don't want to spend the extra buck, don't do it because you don't need it. But the GoPro helmet, jacket, and gloves, you do. And lowering it'll help a lot with comfortability, and I say you should do it. And the cage, if you guys want to protect your bike, so you don't want to break it and make it look ugly on the first week. That's basically it, guys. So if you are gonna get a bike, just please be careful. And I say, if you even thinking of getting a new bike, I say yes. The community is so good. Every biker waves. If a biker's on the side of the road, every biker that passes will stop by like, hey bro, you need something? You need help? Like every biker loves to help each other, which is good. And we need more bikers, the more like my family was never really aware of bikers. I never really double looked in their side view mirrors for bikers, but they all told me ever since I got a motorcycle, they actually look for them now. So the more bikers we get, the more riders we get out in the street, the more used to people will have to looking for us. So the more bikes, the more time and comfort the other cars, the cagers. They'll look for bikers now. They're like, oh, there's more bikers, so they start getting used to looking for us, you know. So yeah, get a bike. It's a load of fun. Monthly payments ain't even that much for like an R6 or something. 200 to 300 a month. Insurance, full coverage, everything. And you're under the age of 25, it's only like $60 a month. That's not bad for full coverage, and younger than 25. Sorry guys. But yeah guys, join the biker community. It's fun. Like this video, it helps, you know. Comment, share it, pass it around. You could lower your bike. So when you tell a friend like, oh, you want to learn how to ride a bike, like, nah, I like listening to music when I drive. Like, man, you can listen to music when you ride too. Get the Senna. To like, oh, they're too tall. Like, no, lower it, man. Customize your bike to how you want it. Make it distinct so you know it's yours. People know it's yours. It's not stock. Like if you park it next to other stock ones, it'll like you don't know which one's yours, you know. So that's it guys. That concludes this video. Like and subscribe, you know. Leave a comment. If you have any questions about lowering it or anything, exhaust, how to ride, I'll try to make one of those videos even though I'm not that good at riding. I've been riding for almost 2 years, but you can always get better guys. There's no such thing as the best rider. You know, you always learn from new, you know, even from new people you can learn. They do something you're like, oh, you know, that is easier. I could do that. So peace out guys. You know, if you're a rider, take care, ride safe. If you want to lower your bike, I say do it. There's really no cons. If you want to ride, get a bike. A lot of fun guys.